Hey, how you doing, Cancer, and how you doing? This is Queen Lisa, I'm the host for this channel. Welcome to Printres Waters Ocean Deep. So, I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you guys are looking forward to the week ahead. Please like and comment and subscribe to this channel, and press the notification bell so that you can be updated when I've uploaded new readings to this platform. Also, pay attention to your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs, and any other star sign you have in your birth chart that may resonate with the readings on this channel. Do take what you like and leave the rest. Also, just want to say thank you to you all who have liked, commented and subscribed to this channel so far. Please continue to do so and press the notification bell for what's going on with Cancerians. Okay, looks like you guys are not really wanting to see anyone today. Okay. And some of you guys don't really want to talk about your problems either. Okay. It could be a fire sign female that doesn't want to. It does say you are aware of things that you are justifying or feel like good karma is coming. Noticing that females don't really like you that much, or problems are out there with many of them feeling like they don't have time to think or even speak about things that you are doing. Just walking all over you is something that you felt like could happen, or possibly even a Leo or a Scorpio, or maybe someone else around you that may feel this way. It could be tiring energy that you have exuded around this person, or maybe even feel like problems are there. It doesn't say that it's going to be there, and it doesn't say you want it to be there. So you're walling your mind at this time, realizing that it's not really time to speak or even wanting to. It's just warring inside yourself is not really the answer either. It says bad news for someone that wants to speak about me constantly, and I realize I'm not the one to speak to. Okay, that could be you, or it could be an air sign or someone else. It does say you rather see someone harm themselves in the way that they want to, not really because you want to. It doesn't say this person wants to, and it doesn't say it's good ideas for you to say that they're going to. It does say when you feel like you need to stop speaking about someone, walling the information, i.e. seeing if it's going to happen. It does say it's better off for you to see blessings come your way than to see if someone wants to harm themselves or kick themselves down, or even scream or shout, or maybe even cry out for help because of you. It says some of you realize that there's a man here that doesn't really like you, or you feel like you're the man that doesn't really like many members of your family or people around you. Okay, it does say some of you guys are males, and it doesn't say it's getting anywhere for you to have blessings in your mind about problematic situations from the past or people that have harmed you. It does say gently does it because I want to warn myself not to speak, but people are really looking forward to me speaking up for myself one day if I have to. Okay, maybe that's how you feel. Working on some worries with a teenager or a family member, or even a family that remembers you as such. Doesn't really look at you as a child anymore, but sees you as a man now. Doesn't really speak to you that much, but warns you that good karma is coming and loves you. So that could be a mother figure. Okay. Does say that you warn yourself of things that could come out or even be said or set in stone, or maybe even said no more. It says the trial and error situation is over. I won't want to hear that I'm probably going to give you karma all the days of your life. Okay, so that could be someone else, if not you. Or, you know, you could be looking into ongoing facts or figures, or someone that has done you harm or maybe in trouble, or someone that feels like they've got karma coming to them instead of you. It says no one needs to speak, but let people drill their minds on themselves and stop thinking about what I'm doing. So you could possibly want people to stop thinking about what you're doing. Okay. It says everyone's looking at me, but I am not the problem. I realize I'm not the problem. Mentally stressed out woman is not even the answer. Okay, so maybe someone feels like you're mentally stressed out, or maybe you feel like someone else is mentally stressed out. It doesn't say that they're harming themselves or harming their minds over you. It's just subjected to possibilities or even forces beyond your control could make a person feel like they got karma coming, or maybe problematic situations that are in the air still kind of waiting for attendance, or even problematic situations that have caused you concern, or maybe even felt like you had something to do with something is coming up in the person, or making them feel scared or even unsatisfied with the justice system right now. It says many times over, people will look at you and not want to see that great news comes, but ideally would like to see when good news comes to you overall. If you fry in your mind about it ongoing, it says you could be the one that's going to cause harm to someone else. Okay, I do see a fire sign may want to call out for help or not speak to you at all. Doesn't really want to speak to you at times, but sometimes speaks about you, maybe even calls you out, or even says things to you that doesn't really make sense. Sometimes they really do call you and really don't call you. Okay, could be dealing with a Gemini, maybe another water sign, maybe another fire sign, maybe an air sign person here. Could be a man that wants to defend himself as well in his mind about a reunion that he had with you, or wants to know if you want to take him out or maybe see each other again. All right. It does say blessings are not really the answer right now for you. Sometimes people look at you like it's not going to be worth it. I know that it could be worth it if I look at you too often. So this could be your energy as well, Cancerian, or it could be an air sign person here that doesn't want special needs problems, doesn't want to hear that he's got problems, doesn't want to hear that he's got adult issues or even problematic situations that he has seen inside himself. He realizes he's not the one to joke with or even play with. He realizes he's not the one to play around with. He doesn't like people interpreting things in his mind or making him feel like he's got drug use or problems in his mental health. He doesn't want to hear that he's got problems in his love life or even satisfyingly his adult female friends. He doesn't even feel like he's around them that much or even sees them. Sometimes he doesn't want to hear that you're always there looking at him or maybe even mimicking him or feeling like he's got mental health struggles. Okay. I'm picking up there's a father or family member here that doesn't want to hear that he's got problems either. It doesn't say it's you. It could be you for some of you guys that feel like this man has told you off or maybe made you feel like he's concerned with you, or even adolescence times of trouble was there at times with him, thinking that he could have 4 more years or more helping you to solve something or even protect something or even trial and error with something that you was doing or maybe want to do currently still to this day. Okay. It says, no one knows why I feel like I have to move forward without you. I've got to move on. I just can't see anyone doing anything good for me right now. Doesn't say I want to see anyone, but I probably need to move forward and see what else is going on in life. Okay, that could be your energy. You are coming up as the Chariot. It doesn't say that you want to move forward, but at times you feel like it's not necessary staying in one place, feeling like someone is going to be harmed to her, or even feeling sad about what's going on with you. It doesn't say that it's great news or even looked forward to. It doesn't say it's going to be better for you to stay there and think that everyone is going to charm over you or feel like good karma is going to come to you, with you feeling like you've got to feel like bad news is coming constantly. It does say you've dug a hole for yourself, or people may feel like they're dug out of situations that they don't want to be in. At times when they realize they're walking away, they have great news. It doesn't say it's like this though, because it's not going to be always the case. It does say one of these days one of you are going to be my friend. I just need to know which one it's going to be. Okay, so it could be you that feels that way, but it does say someone here doesn't want to know who's going to be their friend at all. It doesn't say everyone has to be your friend or even a person's friend around you. Maybe there's Leo here that doesn't really like you or even speak to you much, but they don't want to warn you that stress is coming. They just want to say that they don't need to hear that bad news is always there around them in their atmosphere or in their family or with their friends or even people around you. It says certainly wouldn't want to hear that I'm dying of laughter all the time, but I've got to move on. Don't want to hear that I'm always struggling with you and constantly telling me that I have to be like you. I wouldn't want to hear that. I've just got to move on. Maybe that's how they feel. It says, do you know that people can always cause harm anytime they want to? Don't really want to see that I'm doing anything to cause harm to you or anyone around you. I just wonder what's going on with you. Why are you like this? Why do you always treat me like I'm always still young or still mean or still very much mindful about what it is that I'm doing In the meantime, I've got to look into why you want to know me so much too. Why is it that you need to see me or speak to me? Where are you? What are you doing? Why do you need to always follow me or say hello to me or even time the situation like I want you? Okay, this could be a fire sign, or a Aries, or another Cancerian, maybe even a female here as well. Or maybe you feel like this, you know, maybe you feel this way towards this female, okay, or a family member or a friend. It does say you still see someone as your ideal person and you don't want to see that someone else doesn't. You rather let them look into your life and see that it's not going to be great to talk about you. It says no one needs to speak about you, Cancerian. No one is even judging you. No one really cares about what you're doing as much as you do, and your family or your father or your mother here. Okay, it says they don't know which way to go with your family or things that you've got going on in your life, but they realize they could come in and speak about what's going on with you constantly. It says time after time you've seen that problems are never going to be solved, but it does say people do look at you all the time and wonder why you're not getting good karma with your work or your money, or maybe even people that are doing well around you don't really look at you like you're doing that great with your money or even your time spent alone. Sometimes I look at you too. It says you may know nothing about people at times, but you don't know who to trust and you don't know who to follow or even who to speak to right now, because karma's coming to someone is what you want to say or even see and follow the fine-mindedness in your head to say it's not going to work, but it does work in my way because I want to see that it's not going to be great for anyone, or possibly even one woman that you spoke to or don't want to speak to. But it does say she knows she doesn't want to see you anymore. It does say some of you are going through mental stresses and don't need to hear that everyone is going to be certain about who they are. It says at times you just want to steal the energy from someone else or even take them back in their mind to say you did it, you caused trauma to someone, or maybe you helped them. It does say some of you want to help people and look forward to blessings no matter what. It does say sometimes you look forward to great news coming into your mind about it. You may see that problems are not going to be solved this way because people don't want to hear that they're under the weather or stressed by the energies that probably don't want to help them or even do want to help them. At times it just depends on which way it's going or how they want things to be set out or worded out by you or someone else. Okay, it does say when you struggle to speak to me, I do see that I have problems. I don't want to see that you're always constantly giving me time in my mind to remember you. I realize you're always giving me time in my mind to remember who you are. Okay, that could be a fire sign. It could be you guys moving forward in this way. Okay, I'm also hearing earth energy, even though I can't really see it right now in the cards. But I do see that someone doesn't know how to ignore another person or possibly present themselves to a judge or even a problematic situation in the courts. It says cosmic energies are there for you to see that you could go through this in your own mind. If you want to see that, you could do something or even time the situation and look for mental stresses in your own life to see that it will happen to you in your personal life. Oh. It says cosmically you have to realize no one's going to speak to you about something that's no longer going to be given to them or even needed or wanted by you to even have or give to them. It says you have to realize people don't really trust you as much as they used to, or they don't want to hear from you as much as they used to. At times they realize this. It's not always going to be the same, but it does say you have to remember why people don't want to trust you as much, or maybe they do, they just don't want to see you in the way that you thought that you could be seen. Okay, I'm hearing someone keeps forcing their way back. It does say someone doesn't want to let go of someone else and doesn't know how to see that they have to move forward in a way to leave the person or the situation alone. It says when I pretend, and then I really don't pretend, and I'm not going to pretend with you. I feel like I need to stop speaking to you. I'm really tired of this. So someone that's been taming something there is really tired of it. Okay, it could be a fire sign, air sign, or a Leo here. Does say when this person speaks they speak, but it doesn't say good for you overall. It doesn't say many times over you have good karma with their mind or people in their mind telling them they have to be bad or even good to you. At times it does say that people want to generally be good or bad to whoever. It doesn't say you have to really speak about people all the time. Okay, could be dealing with a Cancerian or a Scorpio here. I mean a Pisces or a Scorpio energy, or even air sign energy there. It says no one needs to speak about anyone anymore. Let the situation unfold and see how it can move past the justice system, or even look forward to fast news coming in that it's not going to be a problem. It does say people want me to see that it's going to be a problem, so I'm waiting to see if it's going to be a problem. Could be you waiting, Cancerian. Could be a fire sign waiting. Could be an earth sign waiting. Could be an air sign waiting. It says it's not really someone waiting, but it does say plenty of information is there for someone to see that there is news to wait or see what's going on. It does say anyone like you or a water sign female wouldn't want to hear that problems are there. It does say you bless yourself, they bless themselves, everyone blesses themselves and move past this. It does say I understand walking away, so no one needs to speak about me anymore. Okay. It does say the understanding is there, but probably you don't know what's going on behind closed doors with someone that knows or sees you or sees what's going on. Even when you feel like they don't see you, they see what's going on. They're understanding you taking advantage or taking an affair or taking their family or taking hurt or some pain over their family or their finances. It does say some of you guys witness this in yourself or even see this in your mind. At times you don't want to agree to it or even look past the energies, but the enemies are there understanding who you are, calling you out or saying that it's your time to see what's going on. Okay, it does look like you could be dealing with someone that understands, or it could be I'm hearing Aquarius, but I'm also seeing a Sagittarius or an earth sign. Okay, someone understands that someone's hiding to take an opportunity with some finances or some money. Okay, or maybe with some work. It does say when I forgive myself, I will totally forgive myself, but I haven't forgiven myself yet. I realize I'm not going to do this on my own. I've got people involved that I could harm someone with, and I really want to see this Scorpio down and under, but I don't think it's going to happen that easily. It does say justice is served with you moving on. It doesn't say anything bad is happening with them. It does say when you see that water sign energy like yourself is going to cause you harm, you will grieve over it and probably give yourself back to God and say you did something wrong or harm yourself. Okay, yeah. There's nothing set in stone, but people will warn you all the time to stop speaking about them or causing them out a scene or making trouble or making some type of victim mentality out of them. It says you know that you've done this many times, but you don't want to agree that you're doing it. At times you really realize that it's not going to be good for you to feel like you've got thunderclaps or even happiness come into your life after you've stole something from someone or taken something from someone or harmed them. It does say your mind tells you off at times that you shouldn't do it, but gladly want to do it still at the same time. It says no one knows why this person has to speak to me. I realize I don't have to speak to them. It just can happen that they speak to me. It doesn't say that they're going to speak to you though, but it does say warning signs are there for you to feel like it's going to happen and it could never happen. Okay. There's feelings of you needing to be direct about these feelings that you have remembered or kept hold of, or not really seeing that it's going to work out for you, but you try to warn yourself it could sometime. Okay, it says many times over, mental people don't really understand who I am, but I do know that I can come in and harm someone. And that's your energy, Cancer. And I'm going to be honest, that's definitely your energy that's coming out there like that. It does say bad luck if you feel like that and no one's doing anything, because cautions are there for you to stop doing it as well. And it does say people know this as well. Stars and planets are there for you to realize it's going to happen. It doesn't say when, but it's going to happen. Okay. All right, anything else? Does say many times over, victims are there. People are there to murmur things to themselves or see that bad news comes. I know she would not want to speak to me, but I realize she's going to talk to me at this time. I just feel it. I'm going to tell myself I'm going to speak to her. It doesn't say that you will speak to her though. And it does say she warns herself not to speak to you. She's Scorpio energy and she doesn't like you. At times she doesn't want to speak to you, but she does know that she doesn't want to speak to you. Definitely doesn't want to ever, 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 ever speak to you. Okay. She says, I realize that. I don't really want to hear her speak about that though. I just want to see that she's going to speak to me. That could be how you feel, Cancerian, but that doesn't mean that she wants to though. Okay. It does say you wonder when it's going to happen and you justify that you must speak to her Obviously, you don't need to, though, but it does say warning signs are there for you to see that you could speak to her. It doesn't say that you need to, though. So it does say you're digging a well for yourself or a hole, or drugging yourself in your mind about the situation more than you need to. It says mental health is a structural victim mentality inside yourself, realizing that you have possibilities of the same struggles this person goes through. One day at a time, you may realize that you're going through it. Okay, could be dealing with a Pisces, or the perspective is there. It does say some of you guys deal with details of convincing yourself you've got to harm someone. It does say blame someone, then go on, because someone's telling you not to speak, but why do you need to blame someone so bad to see them in problems? Where were you going with that? Or does it see that you have to give yourself enough time to see that it could happen? Is it that you want to see someone hurt? I realize I'm not really speaking much, but I see someone's going under the moon energy or under the weather because of you. It does say I realize things a lot, and I'm not going to speak, but I see you for who you are. I'm not going to call you out or tell you, but I'm watching you. This could be a Sagittarius that's watching you. It could even be someone at work, or someone that's taken an opportunity with you to understand that there's money involved, okay, or there's some type of karma coming, okay. It could even be in regards to mental health or a structure or some type of pattern here. Could be dealing with an earth sign, could be dealing with a Sagittarius, could be dealing with another water sign. It does say mentioning something. God knows why it was mentioned. It doesn't really mean that something's going to happen. It does say blessings are coming to one or two of you. At times it does. Realizing that I don't need to speak, but I understand where it's going. Just don't want to tell you that I understand, but I realize it's not really you that has a problem with her. It's many people that have a problem with her. And I've laughed at this because many times over, if you feel like there's problems with this person, it's most definitely your problem, not really hers. And many times over, I do see people like to attack or brutishly attack members of families or maybe even communities. It happened so much to me, and I realized that one time when I was dealing with something that I was going through. This could be a Pisces, it could be an earth sign here as well. Okay. It does say warning signs are there for someone to harm someone, but it doesn't say that they're harmed. It doesn't say that they're harmed. So who are you to tell this person that they've got to be under your nails? It doesn't say that you have to grip onto them so much to the point you want to see harm. Warning signs are there for you to feel like you've got bad news. Maybe you need to see why you've got bad news. Later on, you'll understand that justification is going to help you see that your news is negative and you've got bad karma coming to you. Watch and see what happens to you in the next 2 weeks to a month. I may not speak, but I must have to say something to you, possibly even tell you off. At times I realize I've got to tell someone that something's happening with this woman. She's very determined to see someone hurt. It doesn't look good, but it does say that she's got karma coming, and it doesn't say that the woman involved in the female energy with the child, or whether it's a child or an adult, it says this person knows that they've got problems with people. It does say this, and this person knows that they're always under someone's nail or thumb or harmed through their energy. It does say mentally justifying something could harm a person, but really showing them who they are could really help them move past it. Okay, this could be a teacher. It could also be a Gemini person. Okay, it does say someone here really understands the person with the child, and it doesn't say that they want to speak up for them, but it does say warning signs are there for this madame, because this madame doesn't know who she is. At times she realized that she had problems with the person that had a problem with her, but she's justifying something that happened in her own mind and in her own life and her own family. It does say her family, because she realized she's been put through the same scrutiny or problematic justice systems or problems in her life, and she realized that probably I shouldn't have gone so deep or so far to try and harm this female. So it could be the same person that caused a problem for someone else, okay, that realizes something about what they did and went too far with it and brought you involved in the situation as well. It does say the matters of the legal team, the justice team, and even the nurse or doctors understand what's going on with you. It says maybe I've looked so smartly into the situation to help you, just to still a time in your mind and wonder what's going on, and nothing's really happening here. It does say blaming someone is going to be the cause, but what is going on with the person that is the prime primary carer, or even the primary custody, or maybe even the child. It says no one knows why this person is not stressed or harmed. It says this person never needed to see anyone. In fact, they have problems with the school, or even someone here that goes to church, or maybe even someone that goes to a club, or even someone here that goes out in the night, or maybe even someone that goes out often or sees nothing but problems. It says problematic situations are there for you all to see that you are a part of it. It doesn't say that it's wrong for you to be a part of it, but it's wrong for you to think that friggin' hell something's going to happen constantly every time someone does something, or does something that they shouldn't have done once upon a time, and can't forgive them. It says you know you all are going under, or maybe some of you are going to die in your mind of jealousy when the person moves on from the problems that they've had in the past, and now they've got to move past it and see blessings come. Do you know that you are drug using, or even taking advantage of someone, or maybe even seeing that you have mental health in your own mind? Do you realize that someone here has not got single parent issues, or even problems with their family? Do you realize that no one's gonna harm you, but you've got to harm yourself? Maybe one day you've realized that you've got to harm yourself. Okay, this could be coming from an air sign person, maybe a water sign person, maybe an earth sign person, whoever it is. But it does say many times over, people see you for who you are and can't speak, obviously because you don't understand or listen to them. It says mind your manners, i.e. I don't care. You may not care, but it says people realize you are not minding your manners, and you may not kill yourself over and over again to see that problems come directly, or even primarily to the problem, or even there in the person's face, but you have things going on behind the scenes at times to say you want it to happen. Ooh. Bloody hell. It says no one needs to speak about negative karma. I know I love you. I'm not going to harm myself for you though. Never wanted you to see me at all, and never needed to know that I love you in a way that we've got to be there as friends or even together. I.e. this could be a fire sign or an air sign. It says I know I hate the hell out of you at times too, but I'm not going to want to see you jump over a bridge or a cliff, or even harm yourself, or maybe even tell you that you've got to hurt yourself mentally or physically, or even fuck yourself, or maybe even sing to you that it's going to be bad for you to do something over and over again because you're going to get harmed. It says now I realize I'm not going to be the one to tell you off, but universal energies can kick you down and make you feel like karma's coming. Is that what you want? It does say primary care is there for whoever needs to be supported in the universe, and maybe sometimes people help in all kinds of ways, but I'm not stroking your ego. I really won't stroke your ego to make you feel like you've got to help me constantly, to deliver problems constantly all the time in your mind. I'm not going to destroy you, but I'm going to see you in your ways and laugh at you when you see that problems are never going to be solved, but people will see the problem ongoing and let you have it. Wow. So this can be Sagittarius's energy here, very strong Sagittarius energy here. Okay, that does look like that. There is some karma here, and there is something deceptive about the karma, because it's not going to happen to you right now, but it's going to happen weekend or Wednesday or Thursday or Friday, or even properly happen to a person, or not so much a person that you know, but never mind when it's going to happen to someone else around you, or for you to feel like you've got to attack them too. It says the time has come for you to realize you're not going to get involved, but you're going to see someone else harmed, and it's not going to be you that gets harmed. At times it does mean that you do, but it doesn't say always, because you have clues to why you want to see someone else harmed constantly. It says mental health issues are there for you all the time to see that you've got karma coming. then harm someone else. It says mental health issues are always there for you to harm someone else, and never mind why they are harmed. It says constantly you build a bridge for someone to harm themselves and then harm them and then keep harming them. It says time after time, Cancerian, the moon is changing and the weather's changing, and laugh if you forgot to tell yourself that you are blessed in a way that humans are. Constantly getting hurt is something that we all have to go through. Laugh if you feel like you're an android or even a police person that doesn't know how to support their minds because they are lethal mattered in their mind to the point they forget that they are also very much human, or maybe even feel like they're not so much human because they are aliens, or maybe even something else outside of the earth. It says, when do you realize that you're also a very, very, very familiar person to us all, very much human? Are you not human? Oh, wow. Okay. There could be Aquarius here. It doesn't say much about them, but it does say there is Gemini energy here. It does say female here doesn't want to hear that you are bothered all the time. And it does say the man doesn't want to hear you're bothered either, but you constantly want to look and see if they're bothered. Okay. It says, laugh because I really knew that I had to have your back. One of these days, I realized this woman is not going to stop harming you. She's a Cancerian, but I can't see her harming you if I don't get her to. Maybe if I feel like I've got to harm you, she's going to harm you, but I'm not going to harm you. Okay, so there could be someone here, all right, that has to be around you for whatever reason or know you for whatever reason, but they're not going to let you harm someone else, because they know what you're like as a person. It does say parent duties are there for some of you guys to see that you are good parents. At times you're very good parents. And it doesn't say bad news overall for parents that are very, very bad to you, because not all of them are going through the same stress or struggle as you. At times they may go through different understandings of their life or their situation with their family or even their birthright. And it does say some of you guys gift yourself good karma. At times you wouldn't realize why, but it does say warning signs for you have always been there for you to see that you have to move past mental stresses of your own. Leave it to me. I will make sure someone doesn't like you. Okay, who's that's saying that? It says many times over, Cancerian, you keep telling someone you want to see them harmed or even a person around them. You have to be clear on what it is that you're doing. It does say, why would you need to see someone harm when they're not going to allow you to and they see you for who you are? No one's going to let you do this. It does say you have to dig a hole for yourself even deeper if you want to. Let yourself be known that you are the person that you wanted to be. Even more deceptive that you want to be this but don't want to be seen. At times people will know this and not tell you off. At times they will see you for who you are and just allow you to be your mad personality and never allow you to get close to them. Okay. All right. Says, course, I just know that I don't like people dealing with me anyway. I realize that. Yeah, you kind of reminds me a little bit of some Aquariuses. It does say people like you do speak a lot like you have things going on for yourself that you wouldn't want to warn yourself that there's problems there. It does say many times over, if you are dealing with Aquarius will see that you are like them, or maybe even see that you can gift yourself great news above everyone, or maybe even harm them to get what you want. Sometimes you have details of harming someone to the max and maybe still could harm them, but warning signs are there for you not to interrupt peace on earth. Love life is there. People are there for you to probably stop giving your time to, and then see that you can probably try again and have better news with elsewhere, or maybe even see that you can try and team up with someone to help you in your mind to move past a problematic structure in your own mind. It does say problems are there with people right now seeing you for who you are and don't really like it. Okay, let's see what's going on with work for Cancerian. Cancer doesn't know when to stop. Universal Energies is coming to show them what's going on in the next 2 weeks. Okay. All right, anything else with work for Cancerian? It does say when the intervenience of Scorpio energy or enemies are there. It doesn't say it's great news for you, but warning signs are there for you to fuck off and leave them alone. Nothing's set in stone, but people will call you out and tell you you're horrible, or maybe even tell you off. At times you've got to see this in your work or in your line of lovers or even people around you, but it says warning signs are there for you to mean well to yourself and stop bothering them. So sometimes you've got to see what happens on a Tuesday or Wednesday, or maybe you've got to see what happens on a Thursday or Friday. At times it's a day that you feel like you need to look into something. It doesn't say it's bad news though. It's just that you warn yourself many times over you've got to steal the attention from someone at work, or maybe it's someone at home or someone around you. It says no one's going to speak about you again. Just move on. Laugh if you feel like you need to. Nothing's going to happen for you anyway. I realize I've got to give myself time to look forward to blessed energy in my mind about you, or maybe even see that I'm going to help you one day, to see that you've got good karma. At times I just don't know when. I just know it's not going to be me that does it for you all the time, but I can't see why you keep looking at me. Maybe you feel that way about someone, Cancerian. It says, but you are in your head about this person 24/7 and you can't let go. Maybe that's why the person is saying stop and move on. They can't give you enough time to feel like you've moved on, because they're warning you. I see you constantly every day in my mind. You're not letting go of my energy. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. And if you friggin' feel yourself there, or even know you're there, you're going to be in my mind constantly every day. It says this person may not want you there, and they realize that when they called you out and told you to move on. They don't even love you, they don't care about you, don't want to think about you, don't want to hear about your friends, your family, or people around you. They just want to know that you're okay and moving past the struggles in your mental health. You have mental health. This person wants to show you this. It says this person will constantly give you time to look into your mental health and see that you have mental health. Oh dear. Okay. It says one of these days you realize that the mental health problems are never yours. It's going to be you and the son or daughters that you have. It says many times over, I've given you time to see that you have problems. You don't want to listen to me though, and I realize I'm going to tell you again, you've got problems. This could be Aquarius that's telling you this. It says, I realize that I'm not going to be the one to structure my mind all the time around you. I have problems too, and I realize I've got to give myself time to leave you alone, or maybe even see that my problems are not yours. I've got to give myself time to look at you like you're a friend or a frenemy, or maybe even see that my problems are never yours. Okay, that could be an air sign person or someone, or maybe even you feeling that way about someone. So sometimes I realize I've got to give up all this stress and anxiety and leave you alone. I just got to, because no one's saying that I should be hurt for years, decades and days just because I couldn't get my way with a son, daughter or a family member. It doesn't say that I've got to give you anything, but I've got to move on. Definitely a wish, okay, of yours or someone else around you, or it could be Aquarius energy. It does say some of you are dealing with negative thugs or even members of your family that have proof that there's bad news there, but it doesn't say everything has to be the way you want it to be, Cancerian. Like it or not, people don't always want stress. People don't want to always hear murder is there, or death, or negative vibes, or people going through problems. It doesn't say people always like you for what it is that you speak of in your mind. Many times over, you will show yourself that you're speaking of these things, but no one knows. And then people do suss you out at times and realize that you've got mental struggles there. Like you want to see people down or under your thumb or hurt, or maybe even mess up in their own life. At times it doesn't say it's a good thing. Okay, let's see what's going on with business. Okay, it says blaming someone is always going to be the answer these days. What if I don't want to hear that I'm blamed? Really don't want to hear that I'm blamed, but constantly I keep hearing this. It doesn't say that it's bad news, Cancerian, but some of you got to realize that the cosmos is using you right now for blame, or maybe even giving you blame. At times they don't want to see that you're blessed in your work, or even in your finances, or even in your problematic situations, causing mental health to struggling people as well. Like people like you are always giving bad news to people for them to struggle too. It says mentally, when you struggle, people struggle. Is that what they have to go through? It says time after time, the wind does blow in a way that problems can go away away and be solved. Once you get a hold of it, then you're probably going to give it back to God and say, well, I want to see more problems. It says sometimes you do and sometimes you don't. But at times, these days, it's happening to you that you don't want to live past something or move past something and let the situation unfold. The time has come for you to feel the need to move on. No one's saying that you could be hurt, but probably you need to if you can't move on. Oh dear. This is Aquarius energy as well. Very strong Aquarius energy. It does say mentally stressed out people as well, who see that great news can come, will always solve your problems and maybe even help you move past it, but you don't want to hear it. Okay, that can be Sagittarius energy. All right. All right, let's see what's going on with business. Anything else? So business is always primary and never really very, very good. It says your business is doing great right now. Doesn't really say it is, but it does say you want to know it is, so you'll still the energy or the air just to make sure it happens. Okay, let's see what's going on with let's see what's going on with love life. Love is certainly something you forgot, or maybe you didn't want it, or you don't need it, or you don't care right now. You may see that your love life is suffering and maybe not even hear about it or even see it. Sometimes you just know it's not that great, but you wonder if it could be. Okay, it says blame someone. Go on, because I'm ready to blame you. I won't want to hear that you're always blaming me though. Go on, blame me. When you all feel like you've got problems, blame me. Go on, because I want to hear that I'm blamed. I just want to know that I'm the one that's blamed. I feel like I should blame myself though, because maybe I need to blame myself for 45 more years, or 10 or 16 or 30 years. I'm going to blame myself. Watch and see when I blame myself. It's never going to be easy to blame myself and think that everyone is going to be good though. Worry. This is disgusting. Oh, I'm sorry. It's like someone so has to think life is all about them. And everyone should follow suit in Cancerian's energy. You know what I mean? It's sad, really. I'm not being funny, but it does say some of you are going through mad mind games at times and putting a person through it. At times you're not the enemy, but it does say warning signs are there for you all to see that someone is dealing with you in a way that it's not going to be good. Or maybe you're the one doing it and don't realize it. At times you may not realize it, and God is showing you now you are the one cosmically harming someone and you don't want to hear it. Okay. It could be a fire sign moving forward here, and it does say she doesn't want to speak or even see you. At times she doesn't even want to hear that you're living good or feeling good right now about what you're doing to her. She may not want to speak to you, but she understands where you're going. Okay, let's see what's going on with singles, because it doesn't sound like much is going on. Singles don't really have a love life right now that's telling them good news is coming. All of you guys are guilty of federal convictions or fraud or nervousness or problematic situations or giving someone a hard time. It says remember who you are, Cancerians. Remember who you are. Certainly not going to be negative all your life, are you? Are you going to see yourself as this and give bad news to everyone? Certainly wouldn't want to hear that you're always going to give harm to another member of your family or Scorpio's generation. It's never going to work easy for you if you deal with the wrath of Scorpio's tongue or even their venom, the snake that's coming in. When will it come in? It says you have to realize the snake is ready and prepared to come in this week or even a year later. It's time for the snake to come in. Wow. And it's funny that it says that as well, because what's the Chinese New Year? It's the year of the snake. And all I've been hearing for the past couple of weeks or so, maybe even just a month, is venom. That sounds like the snake energy, you know. And then the new year is all about the snake. Okay, it does say some of you guys are dealing with people that don't have great news overall, but they do, and you just don't want to see them live out the good karma. Oh, let's see what's going on with love life, with those in a relationship. It says love life is going to be certain for you all to have forgive yourself or get loose in your mind with the sex that's coming in. Maybe some of you guys want sex, so you'll get it. Giving yourself time to realize money is not going to be the object for you unless you're working and making your own. Good karma is there with your own job. Okay, let's see what's going on with those in a relationship right now. I mean, marriage right now. Marriage is there for Cancerians that forgive themselves and love themselves and constantly work with their partner to hear themselves out. It does say if your partner is dealing with you and still seeing that you are there, it's because they help you to sort out your madness or your mental struggles and don't know how to forgive you at times, but will still help you. At times they love you and feel like they can't worry. At times they really feel mad and want to know if they're going to cause a scene or even cut you off, and you may not want to leave them. It says sometimes you stick to them like glue and you can't let them go. You may not want to leave them or even see that they've left you. You may even struggle to move on. When they do move on, then you're running them down or chasing them. At times you don't know how to move past something or leave them alone completely. Mental stress is there for you all to deal with and you wouldn't even realize that. Oh my gosh. It says you may feel like you have problems in your mind and can't live past the drama. It says at times you don't even know that you're doing it, but you are letting someone down constantly every day and harming them with the way that you want to steal their attention, their mind, their man, their families, their friends, their fertilized eggs, their suitors, there's so many things like coming up. It says digging a well for you right now is very, very bad. And it does say the bad well that's coming in is for you to go down, really go down. And warning, if you are Cancerian and you don't know how to move past this well, you are all going to fall down a very deep hole. Wow. Okay, let's see what's going on individually. What's going on with Aries and Cancerian? Aries doesn't want to hear Cancerian, doesn't want to see them, doesn't want to judge them, but judges them right now. The root of evil is there with Cancerian, and I wouldn't want to hear from them. You do know that you're bad to me, and I wouldn't want to hear from you. You just got to cause me a scene, or maybe even call me if you need me. I just don't know if I can speak to you right now. Okay, what's going on with Taurus and Cancerian? It says no one knows why you keep speaking about me so much. I realize I'm not going to talk to you, but I hate you. Okay, that's your energy, Cancerian. Let's see what's going on with Taurus. Taurus doesn't want to speak to you at all because you don't want to listen, and it says bad luck if you don't want to listen. Your sentimental value system is going down. You're really going down, but you're warned though that you're going down, and you're not even told that you're going down. You're just warned, and laughter is there for you to feel like you've got the upper hand, but there's warning signs to see that you're going down. Oh dear. What's going on with Gemini energy and Cancerian? It says, oh, you want to say something? Wait a minute. It says, now you want to tell me that I'm going down? I'm going to fuck someone up if I go down. I really know that I'm going down, but I'm not going to let you get me in my head. I'm just going to laugh and make sure that you think I'm going down. I'm not going down. I'm just going to hear that you want me to go down. Okay, that's your energy, Cancerian. Let's see what's going on with Gemini. Gemini doesn't want to hear that you've got stress. They just realize that because they're laughing at you and making fun of you while they use you to harm someone else. They realize that they're using you to harm someone right now and they can't help you. They just realize they're not helping you, they're helping themselves. They want to know that they're harming someone. So when you're used to harm someone else, you're laughed at too. But you just don't know it, and they don't know it, and they realize they're harming you, but they just don't want to know that you know that they're harmed, and they're harmed because everyone is being harmed right now by your wrath, or maybe even by your family or your friends or even your kids or even your very venom energy right now. Okay, let's see what's going on with Cancerian and Cancerian. Cancerian doesn't want to hear that they're under the storm or the weather, doesn't want to jail themselves in their mind to problematic situations or cause a scene. It says all of you are going down, really going down, and you'll wonder what happens in the next 2 weeks to a month. It does say venom. Venom is there. Venom. It doesn't have to speak. Venom is there. Okay. Let's see what's going on with Leo and Cancerian. Leo doesn't want to hear from you right now, and you don't want to speak to them at this time. Okay, what's going on with Virgo and Cancerian? Virgo hates the fucking hell out of you, but they want to speak to you one day when they steal the attention of yours, or maybe even mindfully so, seeing that something is going on outside of them with someone else. They realize they've got to speak to you, but they're cosmically giving you time to mend or heal a situation, but they can't use you to do that. They just know they're under the time of their own minds and need help, and sorting out their mental health is struggling. It can't suffer any more than this, though. They're giving themselves time to move past it. Okay, what's going on with Libra and Cancerian? It says you want to speak about Libra. Most definitely want to speak about Libra, because the time has come for you to tell Libra off. It does say Libra is going to tell you off, though, if you talk to them. It doesn't say very good news for you, Cancerian. And if you try to warn yourself that you've got better news than anyone, judgment is there for you. It says for you, because I'm not going to allow you to torment anyone else. You've harmed many people, and many people are telling themselves not to speak to you. Are you realizing this? The torment. You are giving too many people stress, torment. It doesn't say Libra wants to tell you off, but they're ready to do so. And they're laughing at you and making fun of you too. They just want to justify this because they do laugh and make fun of you a lot, or maybe even a little more than they want to. They just justify that they shouldn't at this time, while they still steal the energy of a Scorpio that they really want to see right now. Is it going to be worth it? Okay, let's see what's going on with Cancerian and Scorpio. Scorpio is not going to allow you to push them down or make them feel thunder is clapping on you either. It does say many times over, if the thunder claps on a Scorpio, it's never going to be Scorpio's energy that it cosmically gives planetary energies to come down and thunderclap on you. It does say it will this time, though, and it's not really blessing you anymore. It tells you off, and it does do this in June. And the June energy that you practice your weed out the energy for, ideally, if it's not this year, next year you will get someone. It says warnings. You are going to look at yourself and partner up with someone's dynasty in their mind about what it is that you thought you had in their mind. Will you live out this one? It says you're going to get cosmic energies of your own to see what happens. Okay, it says nothing's set in stone, but I look at you and I wonder what's going on with you. I'm not going to laugh at you. I'm just making fun of you, though, because if you think I'm just going to sit down and allow you to stare at me like you're hot bothered, maybe even friggin' vex, or maybe even try to text me or sing to me or laugh at me or make me feel like you've got time to see me. Let me see what happens to you. Let me wonder what's going on with you. I understand you're not in the mood for me. I'm not in the mood for you, but babe, would you know that I wanted you more than anyone else? I'm not wanting you. I just realized you're not even there for me. I would never want you, though. It does say Cancerian doesn't want you, and it doesn't say Scorpio wants you either, but time and time again, someone here doesn't realize that they're calling out for more time in their mind to harm the other person. It does say many times over, if Scorpio is involved in your life, they're not going to be involved in your life for too long, but they realize that they need to be involved in your life at times, or don't need to be involved at all. Okay, let's see, anything else? So Scorpio is not going to speak to you, but Scorpio will allow the universe to take some tolls on them, or maybe even allow the universe to take some tolls on you. Understanding the root of evil and where it's coming from and where it's going right now, they see Scorpio under the pressure. No one's knowing why Scorpio is under pressure. Joining forces with you, Cancerian, is not going to be easy, but it does say you do not have to speak. Cancerian will not have to speak. Laugh. Both of you will move past this energy and see that problems are never going to be solved. It does say warnings, because it's not going to be solved at night, day, or noon. Possibly never, or maybe it does. It's just that when you, Cancerian, leave Scorpio alone, they will see blessings come. Is it that you don't want them to see blessings come? Is it that you just don't like them? Maybe you don't, but I thought about it, and I could fall in the traps that you have. I just feel like Scorpio's energy is much more blessed than yours. It doesn't say it is, but it's blessed at this time. It does say it's blessed, and it's murmuring a lot of great things that could come. It doesn't want to hear that you're probably in the way of that. It doesn't want to hear that you're blaming yourself for things that you've got going on, but at times you really, really wish you had their mindset or the things that they have going on to surprise themselves with great news. And it doesn't say bad luck is coming to Scorpio, but it does say good news is coming to you. If you feel like that, it's just that when is it coming? Because now Scorpio is saying, well, if you try me, then you're going to see when yours comes. Like I've had to see. This time would be whenever or anytime soon. It says you could push further and see if there's going to be things that happens in the next 2 weeks to a month. Just to push. It says when. Because now you're in the nine-mindedness of your own. Are you feeling scared of what it is that's coming to you or problems? It does say when you realize this, you may push yourself out of the well, but it says when. Because now the raft of Scorpio is ready to serpent around you. It doesn't say bad news is there for you overall, but God knows what happens to you when you deal with Scorpio. You have to laugh at yourself at times or make sure that your nine-mindedness comes in again. Laughing at them is not going to be cute. It does say cute because you think you're so cute, but it doesn't say good news for you overall. Blaming them is never going to be good. Okay, let's see what's going on with Sag. Sag is not going to speak to you. They don't want to speak to you, and they feel like you're banishing your mind right now to hear good karma come into your life, making sure you look good in front of a county court or maybe even a judge or maybe even the law. Or at times you feel like blessings can come in other ways. Nothing can stress you more or maybe even make you feel like blame is coming. It does say that you have to blame someone though, even if it's not going to be you. It could come in another way. It doesn't say blaming anyone is going to help you though, Cancerian. And it doesn't say anyone is going to help you all the time. Okay, let's see what's going on with let's see what's going on with Capricorn. Capricorn doesn't want to hear that they're dressed up and going out soon. They realize that something's coming to them and they can't hear blame anymore. The problem is subsiding, or is it? It does say when you feel like something's going to happen with me and you tell me, because I'm not speaking about it, but you tell me, is it going to happen between you and I? Because I really just don't want to. I just don't want to hear it. Don't want to see it. Don't want to hear it. Okay. Let's see what's going on with Aquarius. Aquarius doesn't really want to care for you like that. They just don't. They don't want to see that you're in love with them or in a struggling situation at all. You just need to move past the members of your family or people around you that are giving you time to wonder if you're always good to yourself or your mind. Look for yourself. Still back your mind and tell yourself you've got blessings coming in. It's not going to be you that has problems with people all the time, but you have to see why and when and who and how. Okay, let's see what's going on with Pisces. Okay, wait a minute. Your energy wants to creep in. It does say wonderful things can happen when you deal with Scorpio, though. But it doesn't say Scorpio is allowing you to, so watch your mind. Things are not going to be that easy for me to move past Scorpio, though. But Scorpio is not allowing you to move past your mind. Are you not hearing this? Okay. Let's see what's going on with Pisces. Pisces does not want Scorpio to be involved with you. They don't like you. And they realize that if you deal with Scorpio's energy, they're going to punish the members of their family or even people around them. It does say some of them do, some of them don't. But when will you realize that you're not always going to be right? Mainly because you're struggling right now when you dress and look good, or maybe when you see yourself go out. Sometimes people come. It doesn't say this all the time, but laugh because sometimes it can happen. It doesn't say it's always going to happen though. And it does say when it does, one day, if this person either way goes out or speaks about bad news, it's going to be bad for them. It does say bad news for whoever speaks about you in bad ways and curses Scorpio too. Because when Scorpio is ready to passionately give themselves great news, they will. It's just that if you speak to anyone that's dealing with Scorpio right now that has negative members of their mind speaking to them about bad news, warning signs are there for them too to speak less. It does say dress well and look well and all these things that you want to do in your life. Please do that. It doesn't say that you should speak about when or how or why or what. Pisces doesn't want to say no more, but Cancerian, you do see what's going on with your cell, or a sentence, or maybe even a problem that could happen one day. It does say digging a hole deep for who? Don't speak to me if I feel like I'm going through bad luck. I don't want to hear I'm going through bad luck, but warning signs are there for someone to go through it. All right. Doesn't say Pisces, doesn't say Scorpio. Cancerian is not really the answer, but it does say someone here is ready to deal with bad luck. And it doesn't say good news right now if you're ready to speak about it. Don't speak about it. Just see that you have bad news in your mind or move past it, because it doesn't say it will actually happen, but you've got to move past the energies. All right, let's see what's going on. Yeah, it's a bit of a riddle there as well, but let's see what's going on with romance angels. It says getting to know each other as you reveal your innermost sleeve to each other, your bond deepens. Okay, let's see what's going on with your other angel messages. Okay, it says play, beloved one. It's time to set aside work for a while. Don't worry, we will oversee your relationship to the completion. Playfulness, gaiety, and laughter will lift your energy so that you'll return to work with a renewed perspective and heightened energy. I don't know who got this. Was it Aquarius? Could have been Capricorn. Someone got that message. All right, let's see. Anything else? Okay, it says take back your power. Archangel Raziel, use your God-given power and intentions to manifest blessings in your life. Okay, let's see what's going on with universal messages. Oh yeah, this one came up only yesterday for Pisces, and maybe for someone else too. So it says, my faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. All right, let's see what's going on with I'm hearing something about the United States as well. I don't know if some of you are in the United States or dealing with something going on in the United States, or someone, maybe person or situations or things. Okay, let's see what's going on with angel numbers. Number 59, number 28. Okay. Number 30, number 40, number 21, number 32, number 44, and number 7. Okay. I'm hearing some type of vindictive energy as well. And a venomous, problematic person. I'm hearing something to do with a fire sign. I'm hearing something to do with a causal person, or a court release, or a clever-minded individual. I'm hearing something to do with federal problems. I'm hearing a name as well, and it begins with V. I'm not going to say what the name is. And something about tidying up someone's studies. Something about 13 kids as well. Blaming someone for 13 kids. And something about a home in or a school. And someone's saying someone is a stupid bitch. And so someone should forgive someone as well. And to leave someone's business alone. And to forgive who you are as a Cancer. So someone blames you all the time. And it says something about blocking someone as well. It says blaming two people as well. Female energies. One's Scorpio, one's a Cancer, or one is a decorative man here as well, who designs forces beyond people's control and wants to call out personal problems for another person. And is mentally reached or something. And he does have bad news for someone, and he doesn't want to cause you harm, but he's got to cleverly give you a disguise or make you feel like you've got clever news to move past it. He does say that you have bad venom inside you and wants to use it. He may not like you either, but he's going to use you to word things or even say things or maybe even give you bad moods. And it does say, warning, if you trust this person, ideally in the mind, heart or spirit, you will have karma coming. It does say very good news though, because he's not going to let you feel like you have bad news, but he also wants you to know that he can give himself blames in the next 2 weeks, a month or a decade, or maybe even less. He does have karma coming in bad mood or bad news. And he won't drag anyone down with him, but he does know that he will if it doesn't go his way. He also is cautioning someone to not speak, but he also realizes he's not going to have great news overall with the planetary karmic structures, because God knows what's going to happen to him and you more than he knows what's happening to himself. And he realizes that if he brings you into his problems, he's going to be blessed through the universe or cursed. He doesn't know which way it's going and wonders why he uses sentimental value systems of curses or even blocked energy in his mind to think of things while he's trying to study the universe, the planets, or even a verse of someone else's, because he doesn't understand everything, but he's cautioned not to speak and he's moving past this. So if you do follow him, he's going to curse himself and curse you, because he really doesn't know or understand everything, but he's blindfolded by the universe. And he does know that he's a witchcraft person or a warlock, and he doesn't want to use your energy now that he knows that people could sing about you more than usual in time of trouble, maybe because he feels like you could move past it in good ways if you move and leave members of your family or people alone, most definitely in detrimental situations, because he realizes that problems are coming to you and he doesn't need to know much, but he obviously hears everything or sees everything in his own way, but he doesn't want to hear that great news comes to you overall. So he is banishing himself right now as we speak to move on and leave you alone, because he feels like bad luck is there or people are there tormenting his mind or his mental health, and he realizes it's not good for him to speak to you or the devil. Oof. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, my lovely. I will speak to you again in your next reading. Ciao for now. Bye.